Yeah, believe that. Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Ay.
let me get a two-piece combo.
Black Benz in LA. Black Benz in LA. Yeah, Black Benz in LA. Hey. Riding with my nigga fumbling hard. Look, smoking good, windows up. Pull up in that matted truck in LA for 5 days. Niggas about to run.
I'd like to welcome you to the World's Motherfucking Grace podcast.
The world jump, all that.
Damn, he normally has more energy. He does not
I'm
have.
trying to spark a J right now.
Okay. Oh, so you see, last time when he was here, and I was trying to spark a J, and I was not. It's just to be honest. He got all 4 mics. Shout out to the sound man. He not here, but he was doing his fucking job. So basement. It's been a few episodes so far, and it's only right that the first guest be our favorite guest.
Hello.
Y'all know the name. I don't need it.
Williams.
I'm about to say make some noise. Woo. That's what you hear in the background, like all the drums and shit. But I love the you love the background music as
Cameraman.
background sound.
You make the sounds manually?
No.
This is season 6.
There's new things. There's new things going on.
Okay.
As you can see through the sign.
I know. Wonderful. I
You know
love
what I'm saying?
that.
There's some art.
Yes. I bought a gift today.
You did?
She did.
Yes.
The camera. It's a whole
A
thing.
disposable camera. And we're
For
going
us
to
to
take
take
pictures of all the
pictures,
guests and
then
the
put
guests
them
on the
on the
wall.
wall.
I think that would be cute.
So
That's all right.
Amirah has come here, and I don't know if you saw the most recent episode, but we've been vibing with, kind of a rundown, kind of a list, and the only person who has the rundown is me. That's kind of how it works. Also, I'm sorry, very rude of me. You have another guest,
Hello.
great friend, also soon to be one of the hottest podcasts in the area.
Period.
Let them know, Tiarra.
Hi guys.
This is where the noise makes one noise or two.
So we have to put instructions for James.
No, he'll know.
Nah, he'll get it right.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I have the questions, and I kind of lead this thing, and everyone follows suit. So, everyone ready? Mm-hmm. Listen, this is gonna be a bumpy ride. I just want to make Tiarra. She's been here before. She knows how it gets a little weird here.
Okay. I'm open.
That's all right.
I like that. All right, so this is where we're gonna start. We're gonna start with when this episode comes out. Father's Day will be this coming weekend.
Ooh.
It's Father's Day, Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Juneteenth is Father's Day, and
Sounds like a cookout.
sounds like cookout. We'll be doing a little cookout. If you know, you'll get the info. If you don't, hey, you're just not there.
Simple. Job
But
right.
with that being said, one of the greatest black fathers, okay, greatest is a stretch, but one of the premier black fathers of the time, Nick Cannon, Father Moses.
Okay.
Don't do that like that. Stop with the law.
I didn't know we was going in this direction.
Right.
This sounded really
Oh,
profound.
No, come on, man. We get to the profile stuff later,
Okay.
not at the beginning. So, Father Nick, 9 kids currently, rest in peace, one has passed, has gotten a little pushback as of recently for his fathering ways. The streets don't seem to be too happy. He just seems to be fathering at leisure.
Okay.
So, with Father's Day coming up,
What do you mean fathering at leisure? You
Well,
mean
what I mean by that is-
like giving seed out at leisure?
yeah, like you just making babies,
Okay, all right.
just making babies.
Gotcha.
Kind of how we've had serial entrepreneurs on here.
Yeah.
He seems to be serial fatherhooding.
I like that.
That seems to be what he's doing,
That's all right.
whatever that means. So I'm curious because we have ladies here. Because who cares what men think about other men? I want to know what the ladies think. How do the ladies feel about the Nick Cannon baby production farm?
I think that it's always interesting when
That word
guys
is
are
crazy.
like super procreating, like NBA YoungBoy. He had like 3 kids. That's all the same age at one time. 4 girls pregnant. One was faking it. Like it just I don't understand it. I don't understand where you are mentally or in your life. I don't understand where the females are. I don't know.
Okay, so Tiarra, I want you to answer before I ask my second question.
I'm gonna say I feel like the men get a lot of flack for it, but you go into it knowing, like, okay, Future, he's not gonna have time to be there for your kid. He's touring all the things. Nick Cannon doing his TV shows. So I think the women need to be a little bit more accountable, and so do the men. It's an equal thing. But yeah, because it's like the kids suffer.
Well, that's why I was curious, just like who, not who's at fault, because it takes two to tango.
Right.
Both people are deciding they're going to lay with each other and they're going to have children.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to be like not Nick Cannon is getting more blame, but it seems to be people like, yo, what the fuck is Nick Cannon doing?
Nick Cannon just waited so late. How old is he?
Right.
He's in his 40s.
It's
Early
just
40s.
It's,
Early 40s.
It's that just like
So if Nick Cannon was 28, this would be better?
It would be more acceptable.
It just make more sense to me in my head.
Hold on.
He got married
I mean,
young.
you
How
know,
old was he when he married Mariah?
Yeah, that was about like a decade ago. So
I'm saying.
maybe early 30s.
Early 30s.
But I'm curious. Hold on. Y'all said if he was younger.
Because it's just not. I don't get it. I don't care how much money you have, right?
Your example was NBA YoungBoy. That nigga's like,
He's young and dumb. So that's just like he young, he
That
dumb.
nigga's
All the
like
girls seem to be young and dumb. Okay,
Okay, I get what you're
like
saying now.
yeah. Him, it's just like, and
Like,
then
he should
he
be
had
mature.
2 kids already, so he knows how that goes. I don't understand. No one. We gotta get Nick here. Because that's the only one. Like, he said he had like a death. I read something. He said he had like a death scare.
And he said he wanted to procreate after that. You know, he wanted
But
to like.
damn, like,
he got lupus.
I don't care how much money you got, you cannot physically be there for all those.
Okay, so
kids.
that's the next question. I think the next question is, as a man who has this many children, because Nick Cannon's not the first man to have excess amount of children. Shit, I think we've probably all heard of someone who has more children than 9. So for me, is money is it strictly just, hey, he can't take care of them, or is it, hey, Nick Cannon got the money in, he could do.
I think
you know,
as a female walking into that, you have to be like, I'm gonna be a single mom. But he got the money, so I'm gonna be taken care of. I don't know. It's just all weird.
is that something you could, not for yourself?
It's not something I can personally.
Not for yourself, because I don't want to put you. But is that something you could see becoming a norm? Like,
Yeah.
people
It is
being like,
It's
It's
norm.
already a norm.
It's a norm.
It's a big, yeah.
It's been a norm.
Yeah.
my thing is that with guys like Nick Cannon, I feel like that's not really a thing. I feel as though, like we said, like random cousins.
He's black.
It's like basketball players. It might not be
Michael
9.
Beasley got like 8 to 12 kids. I can't put my number on it. He got a lot of kids.
Yeah, I mean Antonio Cromartie has like 11, but like he's married. I think like
Dirt.
Yeah.
so. This is just a product of.
Is it success or?
So that's my question is, all right. So is it all right? My
It's
greater
not
question
always
is, is it okay?
success.
My greater
either.
question is it okay?
Not for me.
Not for me. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're not talking.
I ain't judging. I'm not judging
It's
you.
not about, all right. It's not.
That's their story,
Take
but
yourselves out.
I'm about to say, because this is the thing about, you don't have to be judging to make, I think, a critique or an opinion on something. So we could ask the question, for example, you want to stand?
No, thank you.
For example, we could ask the question, is it wrong to cheat on your spouse? No one would have to say,
I didn't
oh,
even see Tiarra's face.
yeah.
you saw my neck.
Because no one would have to be like,
Got triggered.
yeah, because no one would have to. People would be like, that's wrong. Cut blank period. No one would have to be like, well, for them.
Yeah, okay,
People would just be
okay.
like, that is wrong. So I'm curious. Do you think
There has
a
been a
man?
lot of cheating as a rich man's sport talk lately.
So
It is.
So question is what Nick Cannon doing a
Real
rich man's sport?
I like that, Charles. I like that.
No, because I didn't know some
Shit,
ghetto.
rewind
It should be, but anybody can participate.
But anybody can cheat too. But that's what I'm saying. But we have decided that
cheating
it's
is a rich
okay
man's sport.
when the rich men do it.
Yeah.
So now I'm asking, any of y'all want to stand? And now I'm just curious. And this is, and y'all don't have to. It could be no, it could be. I'm just curious. Is what Nick Cannon is currently doing, fathering umpteenth kids with?
I think for
multiple-
him, yes.
Okay, respect. So there's different rules for different players.
Man's got hundreds of millions though.
This for him, yes.
Okay. I don't know if I agree per se, but
Stat, Charles.
no, I think it's interesting because money is something we talked about feelings earlier before we got on this podcast and about how they're changing. Well, so is money. Economies. There's people who have been rich at the beginning of this decade
Who are no longer rich.
who are no longer rich.
Okay.
At the beginning of the century, however you want to. So the idea that like money is the end all be all, Nick Cannon is new money if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Very new money.
He ain't
Yeah.
like got this plethora of money.
Why we say new money?
Because he's not a Biltmore.
Because his parents didn't come from money.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's the only
But
reason why I'm
Nick
saying he's new money.
Cannon was on like all that. Like it's been a long time.
But so has like he's not the only black guy who's been on TV for 20 plus years.
Yeah. Kanan Thompson.
Yeah. Kenan Thompson.
Hello? Wow.
You need this?
No, I just want that one.
Oh.
You can have it. Fuck it.
Kenan Thompson. Did y'all know he was like a producer on Power?
Yeah.
I didn't know that until recently.
Wow.
Bro, get into the bag. All right, so
He be writing English. He be writing English shit too.
with Nick. All right, so let's move on from the Nick Cannon because it seems like we got a little.
That's still developing. Like that's a lot.
I'm about to say we have more. Have y'all seen the commercial, the Father's Day commercial he did with Ryan Reynolds?
No.
It's a tequila. I think it's a tequila commercial. It's a liquor commercial. It's very funny. You should watch. It's about all the kids he has. he's leaning into it. So speaking of
I
Father's
like
Day,
it.
anybody gonna do anything special for their pops?
Rest in peace. Man.
Give him some money. That's it.
Okay. Nothing. Just
Give him some.
All right. I ask because when Mother's Day, like I ask people Mother's Day, they're like, I got something for people got gifts for their moms, people got plans. Father's Day, people just like, nah.
We figured out.
Damn. See, that's why Nick Cannon does what he does. Cause
Oh,
on
wow.
Father's
That's the connection?
Because on Father's Day,
Somebody gonna be excited. He got all them kids. One of them going.
you know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon
One of them mothers
had,
going
and he got twins too, so it's really 1 out of 7 if we're being honest. Like, Nick Cannon had to up his odds. He wanted a better Father's Day gifts, so I feel Nick. Personally, I see you, boy. I see you, Nick. Moving on to more funner things. Y'all hear Geico paid somebody $5.2
For catching the first off, I want to know how. I need the
Yes,
contact.
I like that. Yes, Charles.
The
I
STD
sent
in the
that
car.
in the chat for a reason.
What?
So you haven't heard of this?
No.
Yeah.
All right, so apparently I forget what state, but there was a young man
Now, hold on, let me get
and
the
a
state.
woman. Mook will fill us in the details, but I'll give you the overall story. Young man and woman having relations. This young woman catches an STD after having sex in the back of this young man's car.
Okay.
This young woman, ends up suing the man and suing Geico because she got the STD
Missouri.
in Missouri while in his car, and she got paid out $5.2 million. Now,
That was not her first jump though.
Okay.
Her original jump was like 9.1, and then in arbitration they came down to 5.2
She winning either way.
So my question is,
because states' rights under his coverage says that him and whoever is in his vehicle are covered under damages and losses.
How did she know about his insurance plan?
well, that's a general
Well, she probably was
insurance
just like,
plan.
"What you
That's
got
got
Geico?"
insurance, right?
Yeah.
That's my shit. This
I like her
basic
style.
stuff. No, so that's what I was going to ask you.
And
Is
insurance,
this
and in certain
She's
states
smart.
you have to have full
is this
coverage.
something that you
What kind of
think,
STDs did she got? Was it something she could get rid of?
HPV.
is this something you feel as though should be implemented going forward? For example, if you go to a young man's house, he has home insurance, or he has house insurance, and you end up being able to prove that you caught a sexually transmitted disease at his crib. Do you feel as though you should be able to sue him and him? Because this, I think,
Take his ass to court.
so you're pro this.
Yeah.
So you're pro they do this to you as
She
well.
heard this and got excited.
I'm just saying, 'cause, it worked for
She
the
was
woman
like, oh,
now.
5.1.
But I'm just saying, like, what if you end up giving this a not you per se, but what if a woman, like, this could be a slippery.
It's a tricky slope.
That's all I'm curious. So y'all look at Amirah. Amirah got real quiet.
It's a tricky
We
slope.
pro this or not pro this? That's more so my question.
I'm undecided.
I think she thinks out of the box.
Yeah.
And go with her.
I'm undecided about it.
I like that. I like how you heard how it could fuck you up, and you were like, all right, let me be a little tempered with my excitement.
You gotta be diplomatic.
How does she know she caught it there with him? Because you said HPV. They say you can catch that on like doorknobs and stuff. Like it doesn't always have to be sexually.
Hey,
Yeah, I think I'm confused. Like I need
unless
more.
that's the only place they had sex.
But you don't have to sexually.
sex.
I'm hip, but
I don't know.
Is that the only place she been? Like it's just like I'm confused about it.
hey, they didn't give all the details of arbitration. They just said that that's what happened.
So
I think she's
I'm hearing that you're in the.
I'm just confused.
You're not too sure.
I'm just confused by those things.
Yeah.
Are you confused by the situation, or are you confused by the idea that she
I'm
was able to get
confused
away?
by the background information. Like, how did they sit in court and be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was him. It was his doorknob on the car,
How could you prove that
or it was him."
The whole kill about going to court with insurance companies 9 times out of 10 you're not actually in court. Like it's just
Yeah, they trying to settle.
Yeah, like they just trying to settle. That's why it's arbitrators, like going back and forth. Like it's your lawyer and whoever the insurance companies people are, and then like they talking trying to get a settlement, and it's just like, yeah, we're not taking this to fucking court, bro.
Just curious.
They'll be damned. The insurance company will be damned to leave a court to leave it up
A
to
trial.
a judge or
Jury.
people, or jury. Like it's just like fuck no. Like we're gonna lose 9 times out of 10.
All right, so I'm glad it seems to be a consensus. We're gonna stay away from suing insurance companies for STDs as a whole. I'm just saying, like,
We're gonna stay away from STDs.
I was about to say,
Are we not, like-
We're gonna open it up to like pregnancies, all that shit.
Are we not like
We're gonna
getting
open it up
tested
to
for
all of
adults?
that.
I think you should get tested with every different partner, right? That should be like the rule of thumb. I don't think most people do that, but I think that should be the rule of thumb.
That's the best practice.
Or if you do have like sex with a new partner, like let's say you catch yourself having like maybe a one night stand, being like, all right, like go get tested like immediately after type. I feel like that should just be the rule of thumb. I don't think people do it, but
Yeah.
I think it should be. Why don't you think people do that?
Just the fear of finding out something they don't want to hear.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
But my thing is that like people be getting sick though, so like like is that not worrisome? Like the idea that like
Okay,
yo,
she don't smoke backwoods.
I be sick. Yeah, girls who don't smoke backwoods think they're cool, but it's just like
I didn't. What?
I'm sorry.
Backwards strike.
They stink.
They
I'm
strike.
going
I used
somewhere
to
after this.
smoke
I told
those.
y'all.
When I was a stoner.
Oh, you're
Well,
no
let's get
longer
into it. Why don't you
I'm
explain that anymore?
I'm a part-time stoner.
You guys.
Because I get first of all, I get so lazy. I don't feel like doing it. I just want to sleep, eat snacks, and no.
What's your favorite munchie?
My favorite munchie, sour punch straws.
Wow, you want to be friends for real?
Yeah.
I stopped smoking weed for a whole year,
Congratulations.
and I just now started back with drugs a little bit.
Back with drugs.
Weed, a little shrooms. I think they're cool.
How
Fuck
was
with
your, How
shrooms.
was it?
It was good. I had a great
When's the
trip.
first
I
time you
wanna
did
try
shrooms?
it.
You
Like,
never tried
a month
shrooms?
ago.
Awesome experience.
Great
Okay.
experience.
I want
They're
to
good.
do
Find a
it.
friend, get a KD, split the KD.
You need a
and
See
good.
the
yourself.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
We once did
Go outside.
them in a park.
Cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I called the Avion water company and I talked to them for like 5-10 minutes.
About what?
About how good their water was and how replenishing it was. And the lady really is like, that bitch is like, we appreciate your compliment. And I think she was like, hey, can we get your address so we can send you some free water? No bullshit. Like, I'm not
Did you
even
get the
saying
free water?
No, I was just like, I just really want to tell you
yeah,
water.
he's just like, that's not even necessary. I was just like, damn, Chuck,
You
this
should have got the
Dang,
water. You was
gave somebody some
tripping.
free water.
I mean, I was really like,
yeah, we was fried. It's like we did shrooms and then we was also smoking. So
Oh no, see, it's one or the other.
No. I feel like you gotta smoke after you do shrooms.
Okay,
You gotta like bring it down.
bring it down. Okay.
Cause it comes in waves. It's like shrooms. You be halfway long time.
fuck
Okay.
yeah. And we recorded that day. Me and Charles in the
Y'all
park
was
just
tripping.
talking about grass, God, all that shit. Nah, deadass. We was looking at the grass and I was just like, hey, bro, the grass moving, but I don't feel no wind blowing. And then he was just like, "No, I feel that," and I was just like, "But I feel the grass moving though." And then he was just like, "That's alright." And then he was just like, "That's God for you, bro." And then we just started talking about God.
Y'all ever hear people like shrooms change your life? I don't think it's life changing, but it opens your mind up. Like, I think I know more now. I don't know. It's weird.
It activated a certain part of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that. I just feel like I ain't take enough for me to have that type of experience.
Okay.
And then I know like the bulb is the psychedelic part and the stem is just like the high part. So it's just like I'm not really fucking with the bulb too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here for psychedelic
crush
effects.
that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like where this went. I like where, all right, have you ever did acid?
I was about to ask that.
That's too deep. That's just.
I feel like that's a
That's my
I
shit.
feel like that's too deep.
I haven't done acid in a long time, but that's my drug.
Really?
I felt like
Charles like that.
shrooms was too deep, and then everybody was just like, "No, Amirah, like try it."
Okay.
But like,
Try acid.
I have boundaries.
What I will say, acid will. Like,
I'm not trying no
when we
acid.
talk about like opening up stuff, I think that's when I think of the things I've done.
This nigga Charles is crying over the acid.
Yeah, I really feel like you tap into like different parts of
He
like
was on our way to Made in America.
different part of like what you feel. You know, if that makes sense.
This girl I know, she was like, well, I don't know her. She tweeted she took acid, and while she was having sex with her husband, he grew titties.
That's all
Like,
right.
that's too trippy.
No,
That's too trippy. Can you imagine doing that and then?
he grew titties.
Yes.
That's too much. I don't want nothing like that. I really don't. That's like the high you see on TV.
Yeah. It'd be
I don't
like
want that.
Just colors and just popping.
Yeah, fuck with it.
I think that's a little too much
That's
for
into
me.
that's.
When you're on shrooms and you see colors and shit, like you can feel colors and like feel music and shit.
You feel? I listen to Janae Ayoko, however she say it. I listened to the whole catalog, everything. I was in it crying, cracking up, everything. You felt it. It was like I was like, she made this music for this. This bitch be high as hell.
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
Cause I was on shrooms and we were seeing Future perform Dirty Sprite too, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is what he's talking about in like all these
You
songs.
felt that. All right, so to keep things moving on, one of my favorite pop stars of the '90s,
Britney Spears.
she recently got out of a conservatorship, so make some noise for Britney.
Free.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Glad they free her.
Britney free.
And she got married.
She was out here showing pussy.
so
on
she went
Instagram.
right back into a.
Hey, relax, calm down.
Conservatorship.
Yeah, honestly.
Relax. Listen, some people are
He's a
happily.
married man.
Some people are happily
Ain't
married.
there a
Okay,
prenup involved though?
but listen. Before we get to all that, there's a prenup. There's a
I'm about to
prenup.
say Britney smart.
But
Like,
before
she
we
was
get
like,
to all
fuck out
that,
here, nigga. Like, nah,
her
we've been
ex
before.
crashed the wedding.
I seen it.
Federline or the other nigga?
Nah, the other one.
Oh, the one that was with her doing the conservative shit?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Real nigga.
So my question to
I
you.
like stuff like that. I was like, so I'm looking at the wedding like, ooh.
Yeah,
So-
it's spicy.
So we got a few things we gotta discuss here. Are you pro
I like that.
your ex
Yes.
crashing your wedding?
Yeah.
Wow, you're pro it.
Yes.
So you're pro
That would be entertaining.
the man you are currently.
That's gonna be the best wedding
Ever.
That's gonna go down in the history. I'm like, y'all, my wedding was lit. He showed up. Just think about the story you're gonna tell.
We are not.
Charles, I was about to say something. I was like, I had to think about where we were, and I was like, we're in a different basement.
No, my thing is that like, what's one of my favorite sayings? We'll do it for the story, right?
Nah, for sure.
So I'm really impressed with Tiarra. Like, it's more so like interesting.
Yeah.
Amirah, let me
That's
hear.
how
What,
me too, Charles.
I agree with her. I'm very pro, like, I don't know how much I can say. I'm very pro, like,
Mess.
No.
Oh.
but like, follow your feelings. I'm very pro, like, go after the person you love,
Okay.
but not too much. I'm not gonna like. I don't know.
So my question is that too much? Is crashing the ex's wedding too much?
I probably would have did it. I probably wouldn't have stayed there. I would have been in the back, like.
You see me.
Oh,
and we see
no,
each
not
other.
even in the back. I would have been sitting there like so you could see me.
Feel the heat.
I don't know if I would object.
I wouldn't object, but you gonna see me.
You gonna see me.
You gotta check the temperature, Charles.
Yeah, what's up? Is that who you really gonna be with? Okay.
You gonna see me.
I feel it. I can't even hold you,
Apply
Charles.
the
I feel
pressure.
it.
That's not what I would do.
I like that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. High five.
I like that.
Nasty, man.
I like that.
Messy as fuck.
Nah, I like
so
that.
you gonna go to someone else's nuptials and just make it up? Not even like
It's not gonna be.
That's
awkward.
on you.
Yeah, you need to know how to.
That's
work
on you.
you need to know how to work the room.
Sometimes your ex might be friends with somebody.
Exactly. It's a small world, especially where we live at.
How do y'all feel about y'all exes coming to y'all wedding? Because this is one boy. I love him. That's my dog.
Mm-hmm. If he get married, you gonna go to his wedding?
Yes, and he can come to mine. Like,
I can feel that.
it's not like that no more.
I can feel that.
I feel like that's like my brother now or something.
Out of respect, I ain't going.
Shit. I'm in it.
Yeah, don't go. Have
I can separate. I'm there.
Have some decorum.
I might say, I might have some respect.
Have some
yeah.
respect.
I'm going, I'm eating.
Y'all don't have.
I'm at the open bar.
I'm like, that nigga don't want me here.
Yeah, I love to get dressed up.
I'm at the reception. I'm taking a
You
picture.
don't want me here.
That he does not want me here.
Like, why would I be somewhere that I'm not wanted?
No, I'm saying, how do y'all feel about inviting them?
Like that's interesting because both parties you would assume would have to sign
on
off.
that.
So if you get an invite, you should definitely go because that's messy as fuck, and I'm here for messiness.
In there, I'm taking a picture with your mother.
Well, if I get an invite, for sure we in there.
Yeah.
I'm pulling
But
up.
how would you feel about your spouse inviting her ex to the party?
I'd be like, hey, okay, I'm gonna invite my ex.
Tit for tat.
Why gotta be like that? Like, what if they really cool? Like, that's like,
Who say we not cool?
Here's my thing about all those things. You can be cool with him.
Yeah.
You really could. I don't deny
Like, we're
it.
getting married. Like,
But we're getting married.
yeah,
Like
I shouldn't be
this is what-
threatened by you inviting a
This
nigga.
is what we're deciding that, like, if you wanna see him when we're out to dinner one time,
Yeah.
sure. If we're like going out on a night in the town and he happens to be in the same place, fuck it. But this is a time where we've decided in front of our friends, family, and God.
and your
God.
ex.
Right.
Why you can't do it in front of everybody?
That's nasty. that is so nasty to just bring your ex into this equation. Not because anything is anything or there's any fit or nothing like. I don't believe anything
Sometimes it be,
sinister.
and I told you so from whoever ex is invited. It's just like, oh yeah, this is what you missed out on type.
The ex at the wedding is different. I'm not saying you can't invite.
So, like, one of my exes, we is good friends. Like, nothing like
I
that.
believe it. The wedding though.
I'm not none of that one.
I feel like I would invite him to my wedding.
Okay.
My
Respect.
dog. That's like, I don't even look at him like
To
that.
any of their weddings, I'm like, oh yeah, I got invited.
What's the problem?
I'm gonna
It's,
talk to
I don't
my-
think
I'm
it's a
gonna talk to my-
problem.
I'm
It's
talking
just
to my
more of an
advisor.
optics thing.
And then
It's more of an optics thing than anything. And sometimes these
What?
things do matter.
So this is the thing.
Do I want one?
We were just talking about like
don't
people
throw
having
no glass at
kids
me,
and marriages changing and people not even getting married. No, like I just feel like the climate is changing. Like I feel like do whatever the fuck you want to do. Do whatever feels best for you.
it's stuff of the law.
And stuff for what? What'd you say?
Stuff of the law.
That's Arabic.
Yeah, I see forgiveness in the law.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I would say that segment of the podcast was sponsored by Hazy Thoughts, beverages made by Chrissy Charismatic Creations. Get 'em. Follow the podcast, Instagram and Twitter. More details. So, you guys are nasty. I just want you guys to know that. Like you bringing exes around,
I feel like
and they
the
fucking
ex
up the
crashed her wedding. They probably was like, oh my god. For a minute, she probably was like, oh my god, this nigga. XYZ.
Once again, rich people shit.
Yeah, and then they went on. They still had their reception. They still had a party after
seen
that.
a
They was
different
cracking up
world?
about it later.
You seen Dwayne?
Mm-hmm.
You seen it?
See?
I ain't gonna hold
Come
you,
get
didn't see
me.
it.
Like, if that's...
Didn't see it.
Like I wish somebody would do that. It would be no. Don't do
Charles,
that.
that would have been amazing in New Orleans. I'm not gonna hold you.
It would not. It would not have that.
Cinematic excellence, my
No,
nigga.
no exes come anywhere. Stay where you're at.
Thank you, beloved.
And yes. No.
You got no juice down here, do we?
No. But you want some gin?
Sure.
Oh. So, now we're talking about married folks. I guess we should keep getting a little messy since we're talking about crashing weddings. What do you think about people dating married people?
Whoa.
I don't think it should happen, but it happens.
It does.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You can't. You can't. I don't think there should be world hunger, but it is.
But what I'm saying is, basically, there are always going to be a group of people who seek out married men. Should they do it? No, but it happens. But this, let's talk about it. The man.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. The man, if the man would just have some discipline.
Yes, I believe that.
Hold himself accountable.
That's a good point.
Because, okay, say for instance, this lady not fucking with him. This lady not fucking, but now this lady is. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People just gotta hold themselves accountable. But I don't know.
Only reason why I seen a picture of Nene on the internet, and she was with somebody's.
Nene Leaks?
Yeah, she was with somebody's husband.
Nene is.
And she said like, our husband.
Ooh.
And I just. And like everybody was like laughing.
It's the key.
Everybody was laughing and haha, and I was just like, interesting because I just find it.
Our husband.
I find these situations when people do things that are quote unquote like unkosher or like not right when we kind of are upset versus when we're like.
So what's the reality? Are they getting a divorce?
Right.
That's what I'm always curious. So like, this is my take. If somebody tells you they're separated, hey, that is what it is.
Okay.
So if someone says, hey, I'm separated from my husband or my wife, and you decide that you're going to deal with them, well, you gotta deal with whatever. So if they decide to go back to their husband or their wife, you gotta be okay.
You signed up for that.
You gotta be okay with that.
What about this open talk?
See, that's the difference. See, now that's where it gets different, and that's
real
if you sign, you got it. Like this is the thing. We act like, oh, we didn't know, but you know what you're signing on for. After one date with a person, you ask them the key question. You know what you're signing up for when you go on that second date and you decide to continue. You know what you sign up for it.
And this is both parties.
Whether it's subconsciously or
like
consciously, like you.
I know, because they were very men.
No, and this is both parties. Like because a man knows it too. Oh, I'm just talking to. That's just my friend. That's not your friend. You don't date. You don't just take your friend out at 9 p.m. to certain places. That's a little bit more than a friend. So everybody, like you said, everybody has to be accountable for their actions within the.
What's your idea of an open relationship? Because we was just basically talking about open relationships.
I think for most people, it's like me and you deal with each other exclusively and we do relationship type things. But if the situation arises and I want to hang out with a female or a guy, I will without like not too many strings attached. That's what I think most people's idea is. It's the most beneficial.
I think an open relationship to most people is, like you said, it's something where I have some sort of exclusivity with
expectation of you.
While we're both free to do other things.
I got told this weekend, and I was like, I can't even, I just gotta be like, you're right, this makes sense. I got told something so, I was not expecting it even. I was drunk, and I was just, I got told if this was a new person, I could accept this from them. But because it's you, I can't accept this from you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about most people. Once feelings are involved, people are a little bit more upfront.
I can even say nothing because it's like...
Yeah. Once people feel as though they have history with you, they feel a little bit more inclined to be like... So... The actions you do seem to be a little bit more harmful. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just... Like, that's with anything.
But you just said an open relationship is when you have, like, an exclusive thing with somebody else and then you play around. Yeah. So, this is the thing. I feel like that get tricky. Because then the longer you mess with somebody, it's going to develop. So, you have, it becomes a several open relationships.
That's too much.
Until you stop it. Most people want open relationships so they can fuck other people.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah.
honest. So that's
Totally.
so that's the truth of
what
it.
it was.
Oh, just fucking.
Yeah.
Well, that's more of like some swingers type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you go to like people, parties
There's
and
a lot
people.
of dynamics here.
That's what I'm
A
saying.
lot of facets.
That's what I'm saying. It gets nasty. But let's move on. There's a lot of nasty relationship talk, and we already see. This is good. We're gonna come on here. Listen, we'll come to yours. And,
Let's hear ask some questions.
and we'll let you get real nasty on your pod, and we'll answer them.
questions now.
I'm about to say you should out, but I gotta get a few more other things out the way before
Okay, go ahead.
we get into those. So, is it wrong not to give white homeless people money?
I don't.
Whoa.
It's probably. I was thinking about this recently. I swear to God, it was like New Year's. I was coming to New Year. I was like, that might be. It's wrong. It is, but I do it and I don't feel bad about it.
Because I definitely don't get any money. Son.
I do it and I don't feel.
I
And you know,
examine the shit out of homeless.
Now-
I be like, motherfucking not homeless. Hey, fuck out
I don't. I
I
stop.
just wonder because
you got
like.
the new Levi Strauss.
All right,
that
here's
just
my
in
thing.
Walmart,
We talk about
right?
humanity a lot. We talk about how people should care about other people and stuff like that.
But white people is giving other white homeless people money.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're doing it before they giving it to the black people. They
Of
see us,
course.
black homeless people, they think they on drugs
They
automatically.
clutch their purse.
So that's
all
what
the
I'm
things.
saying. So it's
So
like,
it's like I feel bad, but I
Feel
don't.
bad.
so this is what I've
Look
been
out for mine,
thinking.
they look out for this.
So one of my friends is a good comedian, really funny, Talib Bad, and he has this one joke that he makes.
Talib.
Talib.
Oh.
That he's made a few times that I've been at a show, and I think it's hilarious. He's like, New York rent is crazy high. If I become, as a comic, we don't get paid a lot. If I get broke, I'm gonna be homeless.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I network with homeless people. And he was like, I network with homeless people. So I know the community, comic, boom, boom. And I've always thought, like, damn, now let's say you, like, hypothetically, one does become unhoused, one doesn't have a home. Would people, like, be off some racial, like, yo, I'm only gonna fuck with you because I'm black, or if you're white? So if that's the case, what does one do? So, like, if a white person is in fucking Crown Heights, Brooklyn, or PG County, Maryland, damn.
They might need it. They probably want to rehouse. Like, I'm not about to be homeless in Bethesda.
Yeah.
They be on the metro with it.
But that's what I'm thinking. Wouldn't it be more advantageous to be homeless in the place where there's more white people? But you see how homelessness and all that works, and being unhoused works. You don't tend to be in place. So anytime I see unhoused people, it tends to be whole types of people who white, black, all types of different races, and it always tends to be in very particular places, black and brown places, very poor communities. So I wonder, do white homeless people or white unhoused people be getting the raw end of the stick, and damn, do I feel bad? Because I was thinking about it like, damn, do I actually feel bad for the white unhoused people? Like, are they getting a raw deal out here?
No.
I ain't never even
They be
thought
having-
about that.
they be
I
having-
need
I
it.
thought about that.
They be having bank
You see
accounts
how
and
big
shit.
this podcast
They
is,
be
Tiarra?
high.
There's levels to
I ain't
this.
never
You see
thought
They
about
be having
this.
bank accounts and shit. They be good. They get the chilling.
See what I'm saying?
Starbucks.
See, that's why I say actually.
They do. Those the ones
he,
who get the chilling
he's real
Starbucks.
sinister.
Yeah.
I'm cynical. He's
No,
sinister.
I'm honest, nigga. It's like my man outside, like he got chill outside, but the white homeless nigga in this joint with the Starbucks free water, like just chilling.
You
It's
see,
like,
there's
yeah.
dynamics to
It's
being
like,
a
no.
house that I think.
It's like, no, bro, you get nothing from me. Like my man outside, he can get the change though, like or whatever I got in my pocket, like he got that.
I like that. All right, let's moving on. Being mean to people. I've been seeing. Why you laugh?
Cause what? Okay, I'm gonna let you. We're gonna let you.
Okay, because see, you laugh, but I think the internet has made it okay for people to think like they can be mean to people and get away with it. So I'm curious, do you think that people have always just been mean and that's just a function of human society, or are people being meaner now because there's ways to kind of be mean and kind of hide, kind of like put your
Anonymous
Be-
in sorts.
be kind of an asshole and be able to run away from it.
I don't know.
Being mean is so broad.
Yeah.
Give us a.
Like,
Alright,
in
so
what
like
context?
being like saying stuff about saying unsolicited things about people's, whether it's their looks, whether it's like
That's insecurity and low self-esteem.
but you wouldn't say that. So like if someone sees a picture and be like, ugh, like
Ego.
why?
Sometimes it's ego.
Oh yeah, that too.
But you don't think all those things are a product of meanness or like?
Yeah, it can be attached to meanness, but at the core of it, it's insecurity, low self-esteem, ego.
So you think it's always deeper than like someone just?
Everything is always attached to something deeper.
So you don't think there's a maybe COVID, people being stressed, testing the house, that people are just a little bit more outwardly, a little bit more tense, a little bit more snappy, a little bit more everything.
I mean, of course, that caters to it. But at the core of it, there are some.
The way you see people talking to fast food and restaurant hospitality workers, like there's at least in my opinion, I've seen a lot more.
I got cussed out recently at my job.
Whether it's just being broadcasted more, or it's just a product of we got the internet.
I
Everyone
think
got
it's
their phones
always
out.
been around, but now the internet has like made
Highlighted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we just highlighting just snarky and meanness more than ever? Is that just what it is? As simple as that? Like
It gets a lot of attention.
that's what I'm saying. We just like it. So we're gonna look for it.
We like movies about killing, blood, and all the things. So
Very violent society.
Yeah, violent. So
I mean, but we're not necessarily like have to do too much interaction with humans with things anymore either. Like with technology, like a lot
That's
of shit is
true.
detached. Like you know what I'm saying? We order
That's
shit
true.
from our homes. Like
That's what I'm saying.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
even
Like-
even with that, like people are rude to DoorDashers.
Yeah.
Like imagine that, something where like it's
that's
very
that's why I got cussed out on my job. Like, cuz didn't know who I was. He thought I was the driver, and like he's calling, talking to me, cussing me out, and I was like, "Sir, I'm not the driver." And he was like, "Who are you?" I was like, "I'm assistant manager," and he was just like, "Oh," hung up, then called back and was apologizing. I was like, "Nah, bro, fuck you." I was like, "I'm reporting you." I was like, "Just letting you know." I was like, "That's crazy," and then he was just like, "All right," and then that was it.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel as though there's an inherent sense of like the customer is always right.
Yeah,
and
that
we
shit
have
is
elevated that to
that's not true.
but we've elevated that, and people use that in their everyday life.
I want to talk about
That's
this
true.
because hairstylists recently have been taking back their power, and the customer do not be right. And I find it's like
Whoa,
the customer's
okay.
pissed with
All
us
right,
now
all right,
because
so
we
hold
got
on.
boundaries now.
All right, so hold on. Here's my thing with the hairstylists.
Is that your community?
Yes, and that's why I wanted to ask you. The girls seem to be very upset with the hairstylists.
Yeah, well, rightfully so. Sometimes.
The girls seem to be, and I'm gonna tell you, as an outside looking in, I go get my $60 cornrols and I keep it
Do
moving.
you not go to a hairstylist?
Listen, I get my $60 cornrols. It take me 45 to maybe an hour 30, and I'm in and out.
Okay.
No issues. I be seeing the shit that's going on. I just be, the ladies seem to love me every time I go in the hair salon. It don't seem to be no issues. But what I seem to see is that the hairstylists are like, yo, we can get a bag off of doing hair like never before. Mm-hmm. And they like, yo, we about to.
They have boundaries.
Is this simply
They have
boundaries?
policies. They have more rules. Things that people aren't used to.
So this is my question. So when you go into the barbershop, because barbers are doing the same thing now, a haircut that used to cost $15 costing like $45 and shit now. Like,
Inflation. They got.
so I would understand that, but it doesn't seem to just be inflation. It seems to be a change of maybe like whatever the culture of the hair salon or doing hair was. Doesn't seem to be like, at least for black women. And there seems to be some real pushback, and I'm just funny because I just like to sit back and laugh sometimes because the back and forths are very hilarious.
Okay, so I think that the pushback is when people aren't licensed. They aren't doing their job. But
But not because, but like the idea of being licensed, like I've always known girls who did hair in like apartments.
Kitchen.
For,
so
like,
it's
my
certain
mother.
things you don't need to be. So to braid, you don't have to be licensed.
Okay, so and that's
Chemical services, you have to be licensed.
levels.
Yeah, like certain things you have to be licensed for.
So do you think that it's just as simple as that? Like, yo, we, like you said, is it the customer is it the stylist having boundaries, or the customer being like, all right, we have rights too, like just as much as you have boundaries?
I work with this man at my job. He been there 30-some years. Over that time, my job has changed so much. But he always tells us, oh no, we do things this way. Because he's been here that long and that's how they work. And I think that's what it is. Like, people, you've been going to the hair salon, I was going to the hair salon 2nd, 3rd grade, getting my hair straightened. It was a different culture. Now we getting older. It's like, it's hard to accept. I went to hair school, and this is one thing I always say. A lot of girls, they go to high school, they go straight to hair school. You're in hair school with old people who are retired, and now they're trying to start a second career. You're in hair school with young girls. Depending on what hair school you go to, some of them still in high school. It's a mixing bowl. It's more than college. Like, it's like, it's different. It's a cultural thing, and it's like things have changed so much. Yeah, it has changed so much since, especially depending on what type of school you go. You go to a ghetto school, or you can go to a Veda, where it's like so many. You probably around here. I went to an upscale school. It's closed now, but like I ain't never really been around that many white people until then. Like, and of different age groups. So like, I don't know. I think the culture has changed so much. And everybody else got to adapt to it, and just like anything, that takes time, and it's hard, and it's levels.
Okay, I think it's interesting because I saw a tweet where someone said the hairstylists are charging for lifestyle, not not work, and it made me think. Well, isn't that every business? Where there's an upkeep of some sort of, that's why people who work in like crypto, they don't need to like sell that shit for because if you do, it gets other people, it makes the market what it is. So are these girls not just, whether exploiting the market is the fair word, it just seems like they just doing what the game of capitalism is. Like,
what's exploiting the market though? Because you can go take a class, learn a new skill, and now you're raising your prices.
That's true.
And it's all about your demographic and where you're at. Because if you up on like Wisconsin Avenue, they might charge you $200 for a simple, where you might go to your regular person and they might charge you $80. So you just gotta
see, and that's what I'm saying. So like, if we know this, and I think the women are very smart, they know this better than. So you just made it clear.
What's your experience too?
Right.
Like salons, some of them you walk in there, you feel like you just left the spa, you're relaxed.
Yes.
And some of them it's hectic. There's people going running around as kids. It's things
you eating
like,
chicken over top of me while you doing my hair. Like,
I didn't sleep on it.
people putting a lot.
To me,
these girls are putting a lot in their business now. They are putting so much into their businesses. They're spending the money that they're getting and putting it right back in. Like, you gotta look at different stuff. Like, you gotta look at where you at. Is this, and if you're gonna be that type of customer, is this person worth this? Does this make sense? You got every right to do that.
Yeah, you can go to the hair academy and get your hair done for a very reasonable price.
Listen, that's why we here.
You have options.
We here for y'all to talk to. I would never talk on women's. We always stay out of women's business. So I would never.
Men and men's business.
I would never fix myself to talk about things I don't know nothing about. So that's why I got y'all here.
Okay.
Old tweets.
I didn't even know we was talking about that.
I told you, I got all the rules here. Buddy.
I delete my tweets once or twice a week.
We know. How y'all feel about old tweets? How y'all feel about them bringing them up and being like, your favorite new poppin' celeb in like 3-4 years ago said something about somebody?
I feel like
the latest is Blue Ivy.
It's horrible to talk about a kid. It's horrible to talk about a kid.
Kids are off limits.
That's what I always thought. I thought it was just pretty simple.
And I feel like people change. Like, okay, I might have been talking about you like a dog 3 years ago, but now I'm in a different place. It's all about elevation and growth. And you can't hold everybody to that.
Is that simple?
It's not that
simple?
It's not that simple unless that is still your current belief.
My thing is that I always see this thing where we'll allow certain people to get away with it and others not. Let a white person say some racist shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear about growth. I'm just being honest. Like, let a white person be like 13, being like, nigga this, nigga that. Y'all be like, And then let somebody...
Is he saying the word nigga? Or
No.
is he calling people nigga?
Whatever it is, bro. You know, I don't really think the nuance is there for a lot of people. I think they see white person, N-word, boom. And it's pretty simple. So, and we've seen this happen with, and nobody really gets canceled. So this is not like an issue of like, but I always think that it's a very interesting, like when people decide like, yo, we're going to have a conversation about it. Like the Blue Ivy thing is weird because like, why are you talking about a child? Talking about a child in any sense is very weird. Also, the people who were like very obsessed with her, very weird.
Obsessed with her in what way?
Like, oh my God, Blue, like, what, you remember that there was a whole time when, like, as much as people were hating Blue Ivy, it was like, Blue Ivy stands. Like, there was, like, people with Avies of, like, that's very weird. To have an Avy of a child that, like,
Okay.
That's, I think, like, the Northwest, like, all those people are very weird.
Okay, I can understand that.
It's a very weird, like, celebrity child worship culture. Very weird. You know these children from nowhere. Why do you have a picture of this child? Why does the child have a fan page? Why did you make a fan page for a child?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Very weird vibes. But
I don't even be knowing what these kids look like no more for real.
that's my whole point. So like the fact that people who have dedicated their whole lives to like talking about them is very weird. But like I said, with these tweets, it's like, yo, people have come out and I'm like, there's a certain people who are like, yo, who cares about old tweets? And I'm like, well, we tend to care about old tweets. It tends to be something we care about. Like, when you say something about somebody, we tend to be like, yo. Like, that's the whole thing about Megan Thee Stallion. All her old tweets are like, oh, she's so lovable. Like, she only talks about anime and, like, wrestling. Like, that's the whole thing.
Her talking about wrestling is funny to me. Did y'all see Black China fight?
Oh my goodness, how was it?
I didn't watch it, but I seen clips. It was a draw. I think she broke.
There was some celebrity boxing match. It was really bad.
Why are they doing that now? You know what I would like to see come back? Celebrity Deathmatch.
Me too. Love that.
I said Ice Cube got the rights to that.
Oh wow.
They need to bring it back in that fashion. I don't want to see these people bouncing around the ring looking stupid. I'm Jake Paul and whoever the fuck else. It's not for me. How we get here? What was we just talking about?
Old tweets. Nah, because I seen the Blue Ivy tweets and I was like, damn.
I think that kids are just off limits. I think it depends on how deep the tweet was. The topic.
Yeah.
See, and I don't think that's a mature and an adult way to look at it. And I think like I wish most people would, but that's not how we look at it.
Sometimes you just say ignorant stuff, it just flies your mouth, and it's. I don't know. I'm not really here for the canceling and all that.
But see, that's the thing. I don't believe that thing actually happens. I think very few people have actually been canceled. I think it's more of like, all right, are we able to?
It's very Caucasian.
Twitter is just so.
Are we able to reprimand you for bad behavior? Twitter likes to be able. Twitter likes to be able to be like, yo.
Told by Apple Care.
No, I think Twitter likes to be able to tell people, all right, you did something bad. I just think that's the truth. I think Twitter likes to be like, yo.
What if I knew that when I did that?
You did. Whole point Twitter wants to make people
stand on it. I like people that stand on it. Yeah, I said she's an ugly white bitch.
Yes.
So or, you like people who stand on the blue.
If you said, just be like, I said it.
I'm
sorry. I called the girl ugly. All kids have a strange stage. My bad.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So who called Blue Ivy?
A lot of people.
Nah, but I think Santana.
Santana said something about her.
Because apparently he sampled a Beyonce song.
And they was like, Beyonce need to snatch the sample.
I haven't even heard the song. So apparently,
I've heard it.
I know JT was talking shit about Nicki.
But apparently,
I was just checking, Charles. I didn't know that's what you.
I mean, if he got a hit, trust me, I'd listen to it. If he got a hit, why would I listen to it? If he got a hit.
He got a lot of hits.
He got a lot of hits.
What are the hits though?
Walk.
People said that about Lil Nas X.
Shisha.
And after I listened to a few, like I tried to listen to the first album, I was like, there's literally 2 good songs, and they were the 2 singles. So after that, I was like, I'm not listening to the hype no more. Like, you guys have to sell me on more than like, oh, someone makes a good single. Like if I hear a song and it's a catchy song, like yeah.
I think anybody can make a good single.
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
So I don't discredit Saucy Santana for being able to probably make a good song. I don't put that past him. No. Like the City Girls, like I listen to the album.
He make radio music.
Yeah, and I'm not doing all that. No, I don't. That's not my bag. It's all right.
Yeah.
At least not what he's talking about. Like,
I
give
think
me
we
some
gotta
top-
forgive anybody that's from like Florida.
Yes.
I say that all the time, but they just different, and we all know that's our special cousin state. Like
That
if
we
you
just
from,
chalking it up to that.
yeah,
I feel like below
that's your
Mason-Dixon line.
your drunk cousin, your drunk uncle state.
Below the Mason-Dixon line. Oh, I thought that we
Good,
weren't.
so we could get a little bit of
Let me
grace.
say south of Virginia. Let me
Half,
say
half
that.
of Maryland is so like
South of Virginia
Because
then.
I take the grace.
The state of Maryland flag literally
Okay,
represents.
so south of Virginia. So North Carolina, South Carolina.
everything
It's
else.
just
Okay.
they don't process as quick as we do, and I'm just
Well,
like,
don't do that to the people down south. Those are good
not
people.
all
down
of them. I'm just saying in my experience with some of the people I have chatted with, not everybody, but I'll have a conversation with a person. They like just everything is just slow motion. The whole conversation, you can't process what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Below the Mason-Dixon line, I did not
Not
say.
below the Mason-Dixon line, south of Virginia.
South of Virginia, I did not say anything.
I said it, and I'm saying it on it.
I think they get a pass.
love
I think
all
they
of
get
y'all are
some
great.
grace.
I love the hospitality.
But yeah,
Y'all
I feel
have
like
shown
we're
me
more
nothing.
we're more faster and more advanced. So yeah, they do get a pass in certain ways because we're more faster in certain ways. Like
You guys are just as great, just as fast, just as advanced. I love everything. I love everything.
I love them. I have a lot of family in the South. I love the South. I love the South. But I'm just saying, let's call a thing a thing.
My many in-laws, I love you. I didn't
Florida
say
is a
anything.
different.
Florida is different. It's really
For sure.
different.
For sure. Okay. Well, Tiarra, you have come and you have been a spark buddy.
Yeah.
Amirah, you know how to choose them. You know how to choose them. Before we go, we're gonna let you get some things because I heard you had some things to ask. I'm gonna let you get a few questions off.
Okay.
I have one thing, and then I'm gonna get to my little quick game. I was watching. This might be the Nick Cannon episode because I was watching Underclassmen the other day, and I was just like, "Wow, this movie is kind of wild." Not because it's like a good movie or anything, because there was a baddie in there.
He was a teacher dating a kid, right?
Nah,
She
like
was gonna smack him, my man.
yeah, it was. He was like an undercover agent. Long story short,
But still a student.
long story short, I was in the joint watching.
Nasty
I was
word.
like, wow, I remember this baddie from the movie, and then I had to look her up, and then I was just like,
It's not Eva Mendes, is it?
no. Hold on, just want to make sure I get her name right, cause super baddie, and hold on, god damn it, oh yeah, here we go. Rosaline Sanchez.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, super baddie.
I mean, it was one of the Hispanic ones.
You know the vibes. So, long story short,
Has a type.
relax. Long story short, I was like, wow, what are some baddies from back in the day that you're just like, wow, I wonder where they're at.
What you mean, like?
Just some like
Like
the
TV
Melissa,
stars?
like the Melissa Fords of the world. Like, what are some baddies you just like? Buffy the Body,
Yeah.
Hoops. Like,
Yeah.
just some baddies that you just like have known throughout.
It's hard to be like that because people have like second careers now.
And
Like Mary J. Blige, she's in her prime or her second career. I aspire to be like that.
yeah,
Like,
Mary J. Blige.
man,
Keith.
she
Big baddie vibes.
I've been retweeting that. I
they
fuck with
coming
Mary
back.
J.
I'm
Like
trying to
they
think
be resurfacing.
Like, where's Jessica
lot.
Alba? I haven't seen her. I haven't seen
She's
her.
a mom.
They got kids now. They-
She a billionaire now.
I know.
She got the honest company, right?
Yeah, she doing
Yeah.
something great.
Yeah, so
But shout out to her.
Yeah, because it wasn't really honest.
Because it wasn't really honest.
Wallahi.
But they
Hilarious.
they people resurface. They got their second careers. They grow families. Like
Like
I'm-
Megan Good coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
her. She was in it.
like there was at a point where Megan
Special
Good was one of them.
marriage.
It was just
I
like,
couldn't wait
damn,
for
you
her
remember
to
Megan
divorce. I
Good?
knew she
You
was
just,
gonna
it was like blink twice if you okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's what her marriage was giving me.
Yeah.
But
She
at one
got
point it
married,
was
I
just
this
like,
ain't gonna last long.
but I remember at one point it was just like, damn, what happened to Megan
Decade
Good?
easy.
Just like, damn, Megan Good was around and like,
She's out here dating a pastor, bro. She had to clean it up. First lady.
who else? Is that you? I know you, Mook. I know you got some. I was hoping y'all had some baddies that was gonna help me remember
What's her
from
name?
from back in-
Cat Toy. She was in Outkast video, the real thick one.
What you talking about? Yeah.
See, this is what I'm hearing.
that's
Spark
all
the
right.
memory.
That's all right,
Spark the
yeah.
memory bank. I'm trying to think of
Y'all
some.
remember the movie Trippin'?
No.
Y'all don't remember Trippin'?
I'm sure I saw it, but I don't remember it.
Who was in it?
Who was that girl in the video with Lauren London and Pharrell?
Yes, her.
Yeah, that brown skin.
Not
was on
Nene.
her.
Not Nene. What's his name? What's the chick from Love and Hip Hop? Because she was in that video too.
Oh,
yeah,
Mimi.
It was a third girl. Oh yeah, the dark skin joint. Yeah.
The main video girl.
Yeah, that was one. See, this is memory.
The girl coming out the elevator with Jay-Z.
This is the memory bank we
Yeah,
need to
Yes.
be.
Video,
Oh, the girl in Jay-Z video when he was like, "How much you want?" and she was like,
I was thinking about Mia Campbell.
"I was thinking about her. I was thinking about her, but I didn't say her name."
She was in Trippin'. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What happened
Little
to?
brown skin John. Yeah, you know.
See?
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad. I just want to go to Murray. I was watching Underclassmen. I was like, wow. I was like, this was a baddie from the 2000s. I was like,
Yeah.
that was a good era for the baddies.
It really was.
I was like, I wonder where a lot of
Everybody was natural.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we headed back towards being
Well,
natural.
because you know why? Because they were sicing what a big booty was. So like, girls with like smaller booties was told their booties was super fat. So it was just like, oh.
Nah, both of your body was probably
I'm talking about the J-Los of the world. Like people was telling like that was like a.
The girl,
Another woman with multiple primes.
she kind of still around now, but Tiarra was like, your mother ain't never home.
Oh yeah.
LaShante.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's
she had
just
the
great.
one
She was one of those ones back then.
She had the
Yeah.
one with Brandon Jennings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
They had a
that.
child together.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, shout out to them. Congratulations. We love that. All right, I'm going to end with a little.
Thought she was gonna toss over the
Yeah, we
TV.
was gonna let Tiarra do her
No, I
thing.
was gonna do, and then I was gonna let her do it. That's what I was gonna
Okay.
end. No. Uber versus taxi. Which one would you rather take?
Uber.
Are we in New York?
Ooh, okay.
Love it.
So that's as simple as that.
Yeah.
What about LA?
I feel like in New York you just do it for the vibes sometimes.
What
But-
about downtown DC?
Uber.
Uber.
I've taken a taxi sometimes in downtown DC.
I know, took a taxi.
No, never.
Uber.
Uber be like $80 to go like 6 blocks. I'm like, man.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes a taxi is. That's what I'm saying. Like
how much to go here? He'd be like $20.
exactly,
Say less, Jack.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
I give you 30 just cause Uber was taxing.
that's why. Okay, interesting. You know, millennials. I respect it. Hotels or Airbnbs.
Hotels. Airbnb starting to be like unsafe.
Very unsafe. People aren't leaving, and no.
They watching you when
Yeah.
you leave. They breaking in.
Yeah. It's secret rooms and people are coming out once you're leaving. No. And I want the hotel people to make up my bed.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta ask for that because of the COVID shit, right?
I don't think so. You just put the thing on your door.
Yeah, most hotels you just put the thing on your door.
Okay.
Okay, so me personally, I think for big groups, I'm still a B&B type of guy.
I'm not.
I think if the group big enough, it feels safe.
Okay.
I do it, but like I
I
like.
was
the
about to say
hotels.
most times we be traveling with just niggas, so
Yeah, I can understand the woman's perspective of not feeling. So I get that. I get that.
you
So
just traveling with you and Shorty, B&B or hotel.
hotel for
Hotels.
sure.
Fully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, when it's like 4 or 5 of the guys,
Yeah, B&B
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
everybody get their own little room, you know,
Yeah.
vibe out, do your own thing,
Yeah.
a basement, pull out, type of shit.
Niggas be sleeping where they fall for real.
Too drunk.
Yeah.
All right, well that's all I had.
That was only 2 things.
Yeah. You act like you had a list.
Nah.
Those are the 2 things that I was really thinking about.
You should do this and let them pick.
Are you saying to me?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I didn't got a little high.
Do this-
So I'm like,
You don't even hit it. Like,
I know. I'm in the
So y'all,
So do we, y'all?
so Aquarius
Shout out
or
to Gary.
Sagittarius?
what you mean by that?
Dating wise.
Huh?
Dating wise. Aquarius or Sagittarius?
So I don't know nothing about that person.
Oh, gosh.
What months are
I
the
am a
Aquarius? That's the
Sagittarius.
So
February.
would you date someone that's similar to you? Like, would you
Aquarius
date
are
your
the
sign?
January into the February.
I don't know.
You don't.
Ooh. I would probably say the Aquarius or cooler, right? Yeah, I'd probably take that.
Because like I was listening to you how you was talking earlier before we was recording. And you was talking about how like you got your sign, but it's just like your circumstances growing up, all that shit, like all that. So you may have certain characteristics
Of other signs.
Yeah, so it's just like I'm not sure. Like I can't just flat out say like I would date my
King.
sign because I don't know
No,
the individual.
we're just saying generally. Just
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris wants to subscribe to the sign thing, but you know what signs you
It's
dated.
more so the
You know
dating
what.
thing.
So what signs have you dated?
Like, what do you mean by dated?
Like y'all kicked it, or you even had a relationship, either
Y'all
or,
kicked it.
Okay, had a relationship with?
or kicked it.
What is
Or
kicking it?
Like y'all go out on dates, it don't really develop into nothing. Y'all
Y'all
might
texting,
mess around.
yeah, like-
It don't go nowhere.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Kicked it. Kicked it, Gemini.
Okay, and fun.
She was a blast.
It's fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Relationship, Cancer, Leo.
Ooh.
Cancer, Leo, and I'm forgetting the sign.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, she's not important.
And between Cancer and Leo, who do you prefer?
Ooh.
Don't do this to me.
Yes, I am. He had to take a deep breath.
No, because there's different stages in life and all that.
Yes.
That's true. In your current stage of life, Cancer or Leo.
Oh, I like that. Looking back, reflection.
Right, hindsight, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
I think I don't know them personally, but I'm gonna say
Yes.
the Cancer.
I love that for you. Come on, man. Answer. We ain't got all day here.
No, she's right.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Thank you, my people.
Let's move on.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
Cancer.
Okay.
I would say Leo.
Oh, look at him.
Wow.
We're not doing that.
Case
All right,
closed.
so what else you got for us?
Huh?
I'm a Leo, so it's just like
You're a man. You're a man.
You're a man, Leo, though.
Thank you.
I got a rep for my gang.
You're a man.
Tiarra, give them some traits about them that they might not know.
You're a what? Taurus.
Yeah.
Lack of accountability.
Okay.
Not open to other people's perspectives when you have hurt their feelings.
That's specific.
I'm gonna say,
That's
Add a little
specific.
to it.
I'm gonna say that seems like a very like
Yeah.
poignant, you know.
Yeah, how long have you been talking to me? Like, who you been talking
Like who do you know?
to? Yeah, like who you talking to?
Very supportive. We
Very
said that
supportive.
earlier. Very supportive.
generous.
Yeah, we're Taurus stands over here. We love
You're
Taurus.
always sweet people.
Yes, always sweet.
But that's isn't that kind of contradictory from like
No, you can. We was just talking about being mean. Anybody can be the sweetest person. Can be mean.
Yeah.
okay.
And then let's see, Sag. Well, I'm gonna do Leo. Leo, since he didn't get no shine. Leos love to be the center of attention. Yes. You want things to be about you when it is not even about you in that moment.
Jesus.
You guys are very generous, great friends, but you can be overwhelming at times.
Y'all are really into aesthetics.
Okay.
Sag. I love Sages.
Okay.
What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
I dated one of y'all too.
How did you like that?
She was fun.
Always.
She
It's always a blast.
She was a nice experience.
Yeah.
She was a nice experience and joke.
Great time.
Could
So
have
what
been,
about the Sages?
could have been the right person, wrong time type experience.
I'm sure it was.
Jesus.
Sag, let's see. You're very generous.
Good friends.
Good friends. You can be flighty at times.
It's fuck.
What does that mean?
Flighty means,
Finicky, bro.
1 minute I'm doing this, and then I ain't doing that no more. Like, you'll be set on doing something, and you guys, it will just change rapidly. Like, your main, like as a fixed sign, it's like, okay, you know this person is gonna do this. That's what they doing. That's what they've been doing for years.
Contacts, fixed signs, Aquarius, Right.
Leo,
Taurus, Scorpio.
Aquarius.
We make up our mind, that be it.
Yeah, it's no bending an Aquarius mind, a Scorpio mind, a Leo mind, Taurus mind. Once we dead set on something, you cannot bend, break, budge us at all.
Got you.
As a Sagittarius, you're a mutable sign.
Yeah, you're flighty.
Baby,
But
if
you
the
be like,
sun- if the sun rises,
well,
you like,
change my mind, bitch.
I changed my mind. I'm not doing that with
I
you
ain't doing
today.
it.
And
Oh yeah, for sure.
that's not.
Man.
That's messed up a little bit.
You can't trust nobody like that.
No,
I can't put my trust in nobody like that.
Kill, like I got to the point now, just be like, it'd be like 2-3 days in advance. I'll be like, yeah, man, I ain't doing that no more.
That make me feel like you're not dependable.
Right.
But it's just like it's specific things though. It's not everything. Like it's
Certain things, not all things. Certain things.
It's more so just like, oh yeah, we're not going out, and it's just like, yeah, and that's what it is.
I don't know about the men, but I know the women can be petty. Like you do something to them, they're going to get you back. Almost like a Scorpio who hasn't evolved.
You gotta take that up with Allah, champ.
So, yeah, that's what I like about Sagittarius. You guys are great friends. You're funny as fuck. I don't know, not a Sagittarius that's not funny.
I be dead ass serious.
But you're funny as fuck. You have like a dry humor.
I appreciate that.
I love dry humor. But yeah, I love Sagittarius. Love Tauruses.
Oh,
Yeah.
she about made me blush, y'all.
But yeah, I host a show called Zodiac Chat where we do fun conversations like this. We ask, what's your favorite sign? What's your favorite sign?
My favorite sign. Ooh,
Your wife is the same. So you better pick your wife.
Exactly.
It's the same.
The same sign.
It's the same sign. So outside of
Nah,
yours,
not Taurus. My favorite sign would, I don't know. I would maybe have to say Cancer. I don't know.
Okay. They're good people.
I feel as though
I like Cancers.
I feel like every Cancer person I've kind of met has both been fun and like weirdly honest to a fault, maybe. So I've always liked them for that, especially the women. Like I've known quite a few Cancer women who have maybe told me more things about their lives than
do you need it?
that I probably needed to
They
know.
overshare.
Overshare.
I wouldn't say overshare, but I feel like they always.
As a Scorpio, you be
I
like,
think they always feel
I
mad
catch myself
comfortable.
and I'm just like, whoa, that was heavy.
shit.
I shouldn't
I
have
always
put
feel
that
as
on
though
them.
like Cancer women feel like mad comfortable to tell me things that like I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Like I'm cool.
Taurus
Like,
and Cancer is supposed to be a good match as well.
I can see that.
They always
I
be
can
like
see.
giving me info. I'm like, oh shit, you trusted me to tell me that. I appreciate that.
And you don't have a favorite sign, right? Because you're not into that.
What's your favorite sign?
Y'all don't know.
What's
You
your
lying.
favorite sign?
I feel
What's
like
my
he
favorite
got
sign?
he got a stone on his
Taurus and Scorpio.
he got a
Taurus and
crystal on his neck. He got a favorite sign.
Since I can't
James?
name mine.
I think Katie is Scorpio, right? Yeah, that's
With
my
James.
favorite sign. Scorpio. Yeah, that's my good man.
Very good.
Yeah,
With James.
I like Scorpios.
yeah.
So yeah, if I can't pick my own sign,
What's the sign you don't like?
If I can't pick,
Aquarius.
hey,
Mm.
I don't
Wow.
like Aquarius. They're not great people.
They're not good people. When they haven't done the work, they're very dishonest.
A lot of them don't do the work.
Very misleading.
Interesting.
They're honest about certain things.
They're
if
fixed
they want to
signs.
use you,
Interesting.
if they want to use you, they're gonna put the finesse and charm on and be like, "Oh, why you believe me? You should have used your critical thinking skills. Like it is what it is."
It's a lot
You don't
of
feel that,
successful Aquarius, and it's because they diss snake anybody to
You
get
don't,
what
you
they
don't feel that though? You don't think there's a certain inherent responsibility for all people to take into account that like all people aren't good people, or that's just me who
We
thinks
can
that
say
way?
all people aren't good people, but don't come into something
Purposely, okay.
manipulating a person who's a lover and you bringing that onto them, and you know you about to dash in 2 days.
She's talking about intention.
As
Yeah, okay. I respect it.
as I get older, if somebody do something to me and I should have seen it, I blame myself more now.
But I feel
As I get older.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's been my bag for a long
It's
time.
like, hold on.
So it's hard
You
for me
seen
to
this,
be
that, and
like,
the third, you didn't connect.
exactly. So it's hard for me to be like,
So, because sometimes you can't, there are things that you can see. It's like, that's a little red flag, and you ignore it. But then sometimes there are situations where you're not privy to stuff, and somebody just
give you
That's
a
true.
wild card.
Okay, that's true. My thing about that is that I think that's
People
respectable.
lack intention though.
But that's my thing about all humans. Like, I think at a core baseline, anytime you deal with another person, you're deciding to sort of forego all that. You're deciding to be like, okay, I am trusting. So you have to be okay with the end result of that. Once you trust people, they couldn't fuck up. And that is an inherent part of human behavior. So I don't think it's that, like, you know it, but you also have to be, like, not expecting, but, like, honest to the fact that humans will be humans.
Yeah, I say that all the time. Humans are gonna human. Like that, you know.
Like that, humans are gonna human.
Niggas will nigger.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's
That's
always-
my favorite one.
It was nice when she did it.
Why you say ER though?
Yeah. It was definitely giving.
Oh wow.
It was definitely giving January 6th.
Sound like she suffered the Mason Dixon line.
It was definitely giving.
Real nigger.
It was definitely giving January 6th. Insurrection vibes for sure.
Yeah.
You said what?
Insurrection
January
vibes.
6th.
Okay.
Nasty.
So what made you get into what you say, Zodiac?
Yeah, Zodiac signs.
Yeah, I didn't want to disrespect you.
Crying. I've always been curious and I wanted to learn about people, and that's a way to learn about people. It's a way to group people sometimes on similar characteristics, not wholly. And I'm a Scorpio, so I love to study human behavior and why people do the way, operate the way they operate. So it's just like a self discovery through others and my self experiences.
Okay.
So it's a teaching tool for people.
You should sell this because most people sell it like some Star Goo Gaga shit. This should sound.
Yeah.
This should sound way more.
Yeah, it's more
Way
way
more
more
practical,
relatable
way
and
more
practical.
practical.
Yeah, because when people hear it, they're like, I don't want to hear about that. And I'm just like, whoa, like if you go get a astrology reading, they could tell you like your car about to get fucked up. You're gonna have relationship problems. You might not want to move into that house. You're gonna have problems. So I feel like a lot of people, if they had a cheat code, you wouldn't be in as many fuck ups. But if you don't want a cheat code, that's your thing. I like to have a cheat code.
Okay, man.
Period.
You be going to the readings,
Yeah, I do readings.
You do them?
Yeah.
so you do them for
I
others.
can read you without no card. So it's like the cards are
Interesting.
just a perk.
Wow.
Yeah. Once you have developed your gift well enough. Because remember, I study human behavior. Everything
so
is
like,
behavior.
is it like, do you need to feel something, or it's just energy? Like, do you need to like touch my
I
hand?
just be around you, observe you, just you talking in your natural element. I can tell you about yourself.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like sell this type of thing, or you just
What
like,
do you mean sell this?
like do
Like
people
if
come to
pay
you?
for services?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's a sell.
So like someone could be like, hey, I need a reading, Tiarra, and you'll.
I'll give you a reading. And I like to do face to face, like.
Is this the person you came on the pod like a year or two ago was talking about?
I think we was trying to get her to come on
Okay.
before.
Yeah.
I remember us talking about you going to readings and
No, I get a lot of readings though from a lot, like not a lot of people. I have my core.
Me too. Yeah. You don't get them from everybody. Because some
How does
people
one
don't know
deci-
how to
how does one
differentiate their energy
Oh.
from what they're trying to tell you. So, you know,
How do you just like? Is this a process you just have to learn and be like, all right, this person works, or is it just like?
well, let's be clear. I've heard this from another girl and I agree with it. Nobody should be doing readings until they've had their Saturn return. Your Saturn return is from 28 to 30, and Saturn returns back to the place that it was when you were born. And you get a lot of life lessons and challenges in that time. If you talk to anybody from their 28 to 30s, if you remember, that's when you were tested the most to see if you're going to come out through the fire with that wisdom that you can integrate to make your 30s and moving forward easier. Like when I went through my Saturn return, I almost lost my job, kept having car troubles. It was super expensive. I was having a hard time like getting my children's book out. It was like thing after thing. Me having better money management skills, but these are things that I've been doing since I was younger. And the Saturn return is there to tell you, like, girl, are you gonna keep doing this? Look where it got you. And if you don't stop,
It's just you're going to just continue this cycle. So
I'm in mine's right now.
it gets heavy. It's like imagine you lose your job, for example. Your car conk out on you. Your girlfriend break up with you. It's like those type of things during the course of 2 years.
No, that's for sure.
So
You got a question?
No, that happened.
I'm about to say that.
it's like
Niggas like they can relate.
Definitely lost the job, girlfriend gone. Bang.
yeah, I'm saying
Check.
yeah.
28.
Yeah.
It's from 28 to 30.
28 to 30 for 2 years. 2 years to see, so you can really get a good understanding of what you need to
That's
fix
my 28th birthday,
in order
Charles.
to be better. Because a lot of people don't come out of their Saturn return with the wisdom. They still, you got 40-year-olds who acting like they 20. Everybody don't acquire that wisdom.
Okay.
So.
That feels it. Listen, we gonna come to Zodiac chats.
Yes, y'all better come on.
No, we gonna come.
We gotta come on.
I said y'all better. Now you got
Y'all know they gotta get more informed first. Y'all need to look around, see who you know. Oh, what's happening to you? Because y'all not gonna come in and be like, I don't know.
I said multiple stuff. Talk to him. I have favorites.
Because I don't be.
I got signs I don't really.
Do a little bit of
What sign
research.
is your mom?
My mother?
Yeah.
Capricorn.
Okay.
I got signs I'm not really too fond of. Like,
Who?
like the
My sister's
Aries.
also a Taurus.
I love Aries.
My sister.
That's the March, right?
They bring the heat. I love Aries.
That's the March, right?
March,
The
late March, early April.
Yeah, they're just a lot.
My sister.
A lot is good sometimes because you can be very reserved and just.
Their energy
I don't
sometimes
think I know
just
any
be.
Aries.
I know a few. Sometimes their energy just be a little too.
I do.
Sometimes the energy just be a little too high.
Chaotic.
Huh?
Not chaotic, just very much so like. Let's go. Like very much so like.
They're all,
They like a lot of attention.
They like a lot of attention, and they're the action people.
Yeah, they're very
Like,
much.
let's go. What are we waiting for?
And,
Come
and,
on.
I love them
Okay.
because sometimes you very much so need that.
You need that,
But some-
especially as a Taurus.
But sometimes you be needing
don't
to
need
like learn.
You don't need that.
Sometimes people need to learn finesse. I be thinking like life is about, bro. Life is about finesse. Sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be able to.
Don't move.
Sometimes you gotta be able to play it chill, and they don't know chill, and that's the thing. Like when
They
you
don't have a medium. It's always 100.
That's my issue. Sometimes you gotta get to 100. Sometimes we gotta
That's
get to
why we
100.
have, the Tauruses of the Zodiac.
That's
so.
what I'm saying.
I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, bro,
They be trying to
Everybody
go
plays
0
their
to
role.
100. I'm like,
this is steady grind, baby.
let's
Come on.
do 65 right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
and then we can push it up
Yeah.
to 75.
If need be.
And
If
then,
need be.
and then they floor it to 100.
Yeah.
Because the thing about going to 100 is once you get to 100, there's no coming back. Once people know you're 100,
Yeah.
you either gotta go above
Above-
that
Yeah.
or that again.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always
It's a gradual.
let's
thing.
get to 100.
Yeah.
Slow and steady.
The people
Yes.
who know my 100 are like they fuck with me because they know my 100. So it's very much so like, oh yeah, I
It's
know.
like, bro, we don't need nobody to get there.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like once you know somebody's 100, if you still want them to get there, that says a lot about you.
You're sick and
You're a nasty person. You have decided
You're
bad
demonic
behavior.
at that point.
You want trouble. You want
Yeah.
violence.
For sure.
Violence.
Your intentions are not
Evil.
pure. Are not pure.
Not pure.
Okay.
No, you
What
like
you
pushing
asking?
people to 100?
No, but I think that people like pushing people to 100.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. They enjoy
People
it.
are evil. What do you guys say? You guys not listen to
But
them.
that's just a test from Allah, you know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody push you to 100, people.
Alright, before we sign off, we know Amirah has to go places. Is there anything you want to send off to our people? New fans, you know.
Message me if you would like to come on Zodiac Chat. I'm always looking for new guests. And you can find me at Cosmic Peepo on YouTube
Plug your
and
book.
Instagram.
Cosmic people.
Yes, Cosmic Peepo. I'm keeping into like the cosmic makeup of people. Because we're all made up of stars. And I'm also an author. So you can purchase my book by clicking the link in my bio at Cosmic Peepo. Again.
What type of book is it?
It's a children's book. A little boy who has autism, his first day of school.
Oh, so great. Listen.
Yeah, do you want one?
How much is it?
20.
Yeah, I can do it. I want to it.
It's a good cause.
It's a good cause, you know. If you're gonna be like $40, like,
No, we're friends with autism.
No, I would never. I think that's ridiculous.
We rock,
some people would.
we rock our blue.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely, and I used to work at a magazine one time, an internship, and we were autism focused
Okay.
magazine paper
cool.
in Philadelphia. Good times. Amirah, you have anything else to say before we leave?
Good, I ain't got nothing. Thanks for having us.
Yes, this was a blast. I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, listen, I'm glad. See, I told her before this could go well, this could go bad. It seems to have gone well. Movies. You have anything to say before we sign off?
Happy Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my father. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody else father. Have a good time, people.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth?
Juneteenth. Shout
You guys
out
have
to
nothing for Juneteenth? That's more of a
We
Texas.
having a cookout.
That's
Yeah,
more.
it's a
That's more.
Texas
That's more of a
thing.
Texas holiday. So shout out.
Something in the water.
I think we're still trying to figure Juneteenth out. It's a new holiday.
Yeah,
for
I didn't know
us.
what it was like
What are
last
we
year.
doing? What do we
Niggas
wear?
it's
Then
one
we
of
got
the, it's one of
fireworks
the
for
slaves
that.
that didn't know how to read got freed for real. It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
But how do we celebrate that?
Right.
You guys are very rude. Texas.
I'm not feeling the
She
Kendrick
said the
song.
South was slow. I added to it, and now you mad at me.
Hold on.
Texas.
Let's be
Is
very
that not
clear.
below the Mason-Dixon?
Let's be
Texas.
clear.
Is Texas not
Let's
the other
be-
slow cousin?
Let's be clear.
She called Florida
I
the
said-
slow cousin.
I
Now they
said.
mad
I
at
said
me.
the drunk uncle.
Drunk uncle.
Texas, enjoy your Juneteenth.
They the white cousin though that
I
you
said the
didn't
people
know
I
you
I
had.
chatted. The
I
people I
love
chatted
The one
with.
that's married into the family.
Great
That's
times.
Texas.
I've had nothing but
The
immaculate
people I
times in
chatted with were
Houston.
slow, not the
None of
entire South. I said that.
None of these fellas represent
Okay.
Charles.
But you still said
Love-
Lord of
I corrected it. I corrected it. That's
I
like an
love
old
Juneteenth.
tweet, right?
Juneteenth
Hey
is-
guys.
Juneteenth is great vibes. Shout out to y'all.
Nigga, when did you ever celebrate Juneteenth?
It just started last year. So.
Yeah.
Now, randomly in like 2019, they had a Juneteenth
When
party.
did you ever celebrate?
telling
you.
Before
2019.
2019.
Well, now you just asked me before this year. Now we went back 2 years before that. So no, I cannot say I have been a big
3 years.
a big fan of it.
In the last 3 years, you celebrated once.
I don't really celebrate.
Okay. No. I need no other justification. I am fine with what you
I was
just
actually
said.
very upset. I was actually very upset. But nonetheless, you know, I'm a big fan of black people enjoying themselves. So
Yes.
shout out to my good folks in Texas. Enjoy y'all Juneteenth. Have a good time.
Galveston specifically, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, you know stuff.
Man, bro, I love history, champ. You know this.
See, we love Texas as much as they want to call y'all slow. Y'all not slow.
I never said they was slow.
Yes, you did.
I said it was the slaves that couldn't read. That's what they said. That's what history says, nigga. That's not what I said. Niggas mad at me for okay. Can't repeat facts anymore, people. Put my fucking microphone on. Go ahead, Charles. Close out the show.
Nasty vibes. Like we said, happy Juneteenth, happy Father's Day, and something in the water is in DC area. Enjoy that
Yeah.
this weekend, kids.
Sex overpriced.
Traffic will be bonanzas. That is very true.
Bonanzas?
You don't think so?
Bananas or bonanza?
Bonanza. Oh, I guess.
I like what you said.
Yeah, I was saying.
I was just saying, brother.
Well, I ruin the vibes. It worked. And you know, DC public school kids got tickets, so shout out
That's cool.
shout out to the kids. They should be out there enjoying
All
themselves.
age.
I felt like you had to register to get tickets, and everybody didn't get their tickets.
Well, there's enough
You know what I'm
kids.
saying?
There's
Come on
enough
now.
kids from DC
Come on
public
now.
schools.
Are you saying I can go for free?
Merton, what?
No.
You are
Oh,
30.
I didn't ask you that.
You how the
What
fuck
you
did
said was
No,
there's a
stop it.
finesse. And
Stop it, cameraman. You graduated from flowers.
That's true. So DC public high schools
I'm
enjoy
smart
y'all.
enough to get it for free, huh?
Enjoy your concert this weekend. All my Zodiac lovers, enjoy your weekend. It's cancer season,
Yes, it is.
so shout out to the cancers before we sign off. And
Is it still Gemini? It's Cancer.
Hold on, wait. What's
It's
the
still
name?
Gemini season.
It's Gemini season.
No, but by the time this come
Juneteenth is
out,
the end.
By the time it comes
it'll
out,
be
Yes.
Cancer.
So,
It'll be
Geminis
Wow, I
and
know
Cancer.
that. See? And y'all be trying to play me.
So, all my Geminis and my Cancer, shout out to both of y'all.
yes.
Enjoy the seasons. It is the reason for the season. Is that how it goes? Something like that.